Hello and welcome back to Shinogi Chess Club. Tonight we're going to be continuing. After last time we got the big revelation, one of our club members was actually a traitor the entire time. Oh boy, and boy does that completely change the context of everything that went on prior. We don't even know who we can trust. After all, we also learned that Kaito may know more about the truth behind the school than he leads on, as well as why he has such strange connections. Indeed, we may have no choice but to keep to ourselves as we continue to try and stop whatever Typhoon Initiative's ultimate goal is. Oops. Yeah, the mouse controls here are really sensitive. Not a bad thing, I just need to get used to it. How you feeling, Kaido? Himiko, how you holding up? I'm fine, I really didn't know Kana that well, but did still hurt to see her act that way yesterday. I can't imagine how it must feel now after having been her friend for years. Yes, well, it's tough to hear. I can't say it came out of nowhere. Really? You suspected she was on their side the whole time? Well, not exactly. I only know she was often vocal about her displeasure for Shinogi chess being the forefront of society. Well, to be fair, you don't have to be a member of an evil group to do that. Well, allegedly evil at this point. Right, I think I remember her saying something like that a while ago. But I've never imagined her feelings would be this extreme. Yeah, exactly. Regardless, I'm just worried about what she'll do next. The Typhoon Initiative sent several agents to enter the tournament and win the final match. That much we know for certain. Yes, and there's also that hint from yesterday. Kana said Aikawa Takeshi would know something about their plan. You need to ask him about it as soon as possible. It's a vague clue, but I can't help but worry he may be in on this as well. He's working with Kana. I don't think he'll do anything dangerous for now. I think winning the tournament's crucial to their goal. That means we should be safe until the final match. Still, it does scare me to confront him about it. I know what you mean, but we'll get through this together. In the past, we've been able to solve every problem, uncover every mystery. I think if I visit him with you by my side, we'll have a pretty good chance of finding out the truth behind this. Yeah, that would be appropriate. When we've wrapped up everything in the club meeting, I should ask for Kana about her Akawa tip. Maybe she'll reveal something now we can use. Good idea. We'll talk soon, so stay clear of anything dangerous till then. Himiko, this isn't the best time. I was in my mind palace. What? Mind palace? Very intense thinking about what's about to occur, so please stay clear. Alright then, good luck with that. How you going, Yasu? Hello, did you hear the news? Kana won the semi-final match of the day. I'm so happy for her, I really hope she wins. Yasu, did anyone tell you what happened yesterday? Yesterday? Well, no, Yasu was asleep. You were asleep all day? No, I was asleep when they tried to tell me about yesterday. I have a special power that lets me understand what people say when I'm passed out, but I can't make out exact words. This is getting weird. Yasu, you should know that Kana's actually the leader of Typhoon Initiative. He collapsed. Yasu, wake up. Sorry, I must have dozed off for a second. Did you hydrate today? Not yet. I'm really relying on your water and gifts for my survival. Maybe this is some weird way of dealing with the situation. Be sure to bring you some water when I can. You will. Thank you, Miko. Hang in there, Yasu. I'm sure everything will be resolved soon. Miko, did you bring Yasu's water? Not yet. If you're thirsty, leave the room for a bit. There's a fountain outside. Oh, that is true, but how am I supposed to maintain my humorous composure and lazy persona if I start using my legs to walk around? Suit yourself, I guess. We have a pretty, shaky alliance at the moment. She's still a club member after all, we can't just boot her, but at the same time, Kana straight up admitted she's betrayed us. Hello, Himiko. I'm sorry I have to go through all this, Satomi. It wasn't my intention to bring more drama into this room. That's okay. I'm glad we at least know the truth about Kana now. I just can't believe what she said. I've known her for years. This must be really tough for her. Kana really cast everyone aside for her organization. She seems to share a lot of the same feelings as the other initiative members I've met. A general hatred for us and our ignorance of the game. That's where she's wrong. I know there's too much obsession over Shinogi chess in school. I believe it should change, too. And to say that someone's trash for disagreeing with that, I know, it's too far. Kana feels very strongly about this. But in a way, that's understandable, too. I mean, she was raised in Zone 8, right? By my mother, apparently. She's following the dark path set in motion by Yuko herself. I know that my perspective of the game is skewed by my own biases. I only wanted to join the chess club because it was something I could be good at. I just wanted to fit in somewhere, so when I became a member, it was the best thing imaginable. Satomi needed a place to belong. Shinogi Chess ended up providing the opportunity for her. She knows I didn't feel strongly about controversy. It's not fair. Kana did more than break her trust. She broke her spirit. This was the only place Satomi felt truly at home. There's also something else that's on my mind. It seems that Kana was more confident she would win in the final match. But I already defeated her yesterday. Why would tomorrow be any different? I think she was holding back. Holding back, like Cross did last week? Yes, I believe she was purposefully making some suboptimal moves. I'm just saying that maybe you should be careful in the game tomorrow. It might be that Kana was testing me somehow, or maybe she wants me to lower my guard for the next game. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Satomi. No problem, I'll do anything I can to help you. Try to stay positive. I'll be here in case you need support. Talk to you later. Alright, I think I've spoken to everyone here. I should check in on Kana when I'm ready to see if I can get any information from her about her clue yesterday. Let's see what the secondary dialogue for her is. Himiko, are you gonna talk to Kana again? At some point, yes. I'm not feeling any sympathy for her at the moment. I just need answers. Oh, just... don't be too mean, okay? She might be a terrible person, but she's still Kana, our vice president. I'm not sure I agree with that outlook, but Satomi sure does have a kind heart. Given Kana was apparently one of the main people that gave Satomi a place to feel like she truly belonged, I don't blame her for hesitating. I mean, it's easy for us to deal with it simply because, well, we haven't known her for that long. It's only been a couple weeks since we joined, but for everyone else, it's been years. Kana seems upset about having to be here, but I need to see if I can get information out of her. I'll try asking about Akawa. Kana, there's something I need to know. Himiko, how many times do I need to say this? I'm only here because it's my role. I'm not going to talk to you. Oh, but I need to know why you said that Aikawa Takeshi would lead us down the right path. Is he a member of the initiative? Do we need to be concerned?
Checkmate.
What a bore. Just go and ask yourself. I'm sure he'll tell you the truth. So that's it. No other explanation? Last time. You don't deserve anything else. I'm positively sick of your crap. It's clear I'm not wanted here, so I'll just leave. Hopefully that makes you all feel better about yourselves. Now leave me alone. She can truly feel committed to Typhoon's ideals while also still feeling guilty about having to betray her friends. So I don't think it's just one or the other. I think it can the two are not mutually exclusive. That's what I was trying to say. So it's entirely possible she's feeling both. She's got a lot of mixed feelings going on right now. Well, that went about as well as I expected, but she does seem to think that Akawa will tell us the truth, so that's a start. I believe we should try speaking to him now. He'll probably be at his workshop in the basement level. Right, let's head down there. Just be prepared for anything. I don't want to lose anyone else in this club. You can do this, Kaido. If anything goes wrong, I can rely on you. Yes, that's very cute. We better get going then. Excuse me, Mr. Kessie? Oh, you started me. It seems like you're easily frightened. Perhaps I'm just keenly aware of the dangers lurking in every corner thanks to these incredible machines. He really is an obsessive character, isn't he? We just wanted to ask you a few questions. Questions? Is about your broken companion drone? I can't believe you just took off yesterday without checking on it. Oh, sorry about that. Quite acceptable. I've taken it here for repairs. See for yourself. Yui's back. The damage ended up being pretty severe, but I was able to salvage a bit. I can't promise anything, but I might be able to fix the flight unit within a few days. Oh, I really appreciate that. Not to overstep my bounds, but you really should take better care of this thing. Mr. Kessie, I think during the commotion yesterday you must have dropped your security keycard. Oh, you had it? I was wondering where the blasted thing went. You can take it back now. Thanks for finding it. Pardon the interruption, can we get back on the topic? We wanted to ask you about Typhoon Initiative. Why would you want to know about them? We received a tip you might happen to know something about their plan to win the final match in the Spring Championships. Oh, where's all this coming from? We've discovered that the group planted individuals to infiltrate the tournament and climb to the top. We can't really understand what purpose drives them, but we heard that you might be able to tell us. Sounds like you should be bringing this to police or the school board. You really not know? Know what? Sounds too dangerous for you to be investigating on your own. Is he hiding the fact that the Typhoon Initiative has bribed the board? We've come to learn the Typhoon has paid off the school, and is secured safely within these walls. They've made a deal which results in Yashino using their influence to protect members of the group and slow down police action. Well... Need you to answer us. Have you been working with the resistance group? Oh, that's a shame. I really suspected something like that was going on. Suspected, so you weren't actually told any of this? I first became suspicious when I saw that Azumi girl being dragged away. The security team passed the courtyard and suddenly stopped to release her. The next day, there was news that she was brought for questioning at the police station, but I'm certain that didn't actually happen. They never brought her to the station? That news was just a rumor that spread throughout the student body. But I saw they just let her go without even a warning. I see, so at least part of the security team was in on the deal. It's a shame, really. There really wasn't much I could do from my position. Nobody told me about any deal. Nobody threatened me to comply with the atrocity. It just seems only the top-level staff members know about this. That would explain why Shiro was so concerned about someone walking in yesterday. That's true. If a board member saw, it wouldn't be a problem, but a regular teacher or janitor could end up reporting the incident. Even if Yoshino as an organization could cover up with the event, they can't stop individuals from spreading rumors or discussing the breach. That means there's limits to their influence. If the right audience listens, we could go public with this. That would be unwise. I'm honestly not sure to what extent this institution would do to keep their secrets. So you're not doing anything with the initiative. If you're not going along with the initiative plan, why did we get the clue that you knew what they were up to? I'm honestly not sure. Perhaps they involved me in some way I'm not even aware of, or have yet to properly involve me. But that's assuming your source is even reliable in the first place. Where did you hear that exactly? It was from the leader of Typhoon Initiative. What? You gotta be pulling my leg! Kana said Akara would lead us down the right path. But she was also pretty vague about it, so it doesn't mean he's a member. It could just mean he knows something that would help us. Not necessarily directly. If he's not aware of their goals, it must mean he knows something. Yeah, nothing else that could be connected. Mr. Takeshi is the school's drone expert. Their plan involve some sort of flying bot? If you're being honest about not knowing those plans, there's only one reason why we've been told to ask you. I think it's likely that the plan that these people intend to hijack a security drone. Oh, that's impossible. These machines are locked down tighter than a chain splice knot. Huh? Yoshino's security system is extremely advanced. Those drones have become inoperable with even the slightest disturbance in the hardware. If you try and hack one apart, all you'll get is a bunch of unusable parts. But someone like you would be able to find a weakness, right? You'd know where the vulnerabilities were. Well, I suppose, but it would take a lot of time and precision. I've never had to do something like that since I have an administrator privileges over our storage cache. Maybe with the right tools I could find a way to release the locking mechanism on one of the mounted guns. Wait, you can? I thought you said the weaponry would disable itself. Well, we advertise perfection to anyone that asks, but every mechanism as complicated as this has some sort of flaw. Still, it would take a specialist and a lot of time to accomplish something like that. You'd be better off making your own drone at that rate. So if they acquire the tournament prize money, they'd have all the resources they need to hire an expert. Or they could be planning to bribe you. Hey, I'd never expect something like that. I'd never accept something like that. Drone safety is my #1 priority. I wouldn't just let them tear one apart. That goes against my principles. The poor thing. Glad to see we're on the same page. More importantly, what could they do with a security drone? This seems incredibly dangerous. Not only could they deploy in armed combat, they could also use it as a deterrence. It's as if they could say, we can take control of anything you own and don't try and fight us. That's a scary thought. If they know how to control one of these things, they might have a reliable process to hijack any machine we throw at them. Yeah, and as we found out, Dark Himiko's mind control only works during very limited situations and only for a certain degree. It can't be used to compel someone to get information. Shiro straight up said it doesn't work that way when she tried to compel him to talk, so it clearly can't be used for interrogation. And of course, the fact he and the others know about it, that likely means that her mother also has this ability and she inherited it from her. Wait, if her mother's a major fight, that could mean we really do have to face someone else with this power. Well, I'll cross that road when we come to it. For now, we have to keep going. Students of Yoshino would have to live in fear, wondering if the tools meant to protect us could initiate an attack at any moment. Mr. Takeshi, it's imperative that you don't cooperate with these cowards. Of course, you have my word. I still believe that you should call the police, but considering how much you've thought this through, I'll let you decide. You should just continue as if nothing's changed. We can't let them get suspicious. Although Kana did give that information willingly, does she really believe there's nothing we can do to stop this? Thanks for talking with us, it was a huge help. Aye, anytime. Oh, anytime. I'd better get back to work now. Just stay clear of any danger. It's hard to say for certain what Typhoon Initiative might be planning, yet we felt severe panic forming that was impossible to ignore. Tomorrow beckons the final challenge I've yet to face. Everything we've been fighting for will come to fruition. If Kana wins the Spring Championship, she'll have completed her objectives. That fact alone is enough to drive me forward. Kana Suzuki is the face of the organization I've come to hate these past 5 years. I've sacrificed everything to bring them down. I won't falter now, not after what they did to me. 5 years ago, my mother was fixated on the idea of this rebellion. Though I didn't know it at the time, she allowed this group to tear our family apart. That's why this must end. I find it kind of ironic. The daughter of the woman who gave the initiative life will be the one to bring about its death. Tomorrow will be the day this petty resistance begins to fall. Tomorrow will be the day everyone recognizes Himiko Masaki as the top student player in Aichi Prefecture. Tomorrow will be the first true demonstration of my will for this world. With this move, I can begin to change society the way I fit.
I will be the savior of Japan. The fighting will stop. Because I'll be the one that wins.
Now, granted, it could be that Kana also has this power. But if so, that would be rather impressive. Well, again, I'll cross these roads when we come to it. Today's the big day. I'll have to compete in the final match and put an end to Kana's scheming. This is way more pressure than any high school student should have to deal with. Hear about the Central Garden? I saw the damage with my own eyes. I'm scared. Is it even safe to go to school today? Central Garden? Huh? Everyone's on edge today. I have no idea what's going on, but I saw some police cars in the parking lot. Guess I should try and find out what happened. Seems like the students don't have any idea what's going on. I heard it could have been a suspicious individual on campus. Isn't that a little terrifying? Why'd it happen on the day of the tournament finals? Is that just a coincidence? And I wonder if maybe this was tied to something that happened last night, but I didn't remember anything affecting that. We just stayed in the arena the whole time. But yeah, this confirms it happened today somehow, possibly early morning, so... Maybe they're trying to stop the spring championships. It's all just speculation, but could have something to do with the initiative.
Attention, Himiko Masaki and Kaito Sakuma, please report to the Central Garden at the earliest opportunity.
Ah, that's me. I should head down there. This sounds pretty serious. Please don't tell me Akawa was dead. Given he was our main lead, him showing up dead would be absolutely horrendous. No, there's a fountain here. Sorry to pull you out of class like this, but I thought you two could answer some questions. This looks like a crime scene. What's going on? I'm afraid some info might have already leaked, but there's been a situation. It's critical you don't tell anyone what I'm about to say. Last night, there was a break-in. Someone did enter the campus. I heard a rumor about that in my homeroom. Not exactly sure what they were after, but appears they left some sort of trail across the garden. We believe they've been able to access the other rooms of the building, though, so it's likely they've left more traces somewhere. Hold on a minute, where's the police? Shouldn't they be involved? This morning, I was hired by Yoshino High School to keep local law enforcement tracking down the culprit. But I've sent them away for now. I tend to work better when I have full control of the scene. Everyone must really trust Mr. Cross, though, willing to let him solve it on his own. Why did you ask us to show up? As I said, I'd like to ask a few questions. I have reason to suspect the culprit's actually a member of the notorious resistance group, the Typhoon Initiative. Huh, why would you think we'd know anything about that? Well, you two seem to be around whenever there's an incident like this. But never mind that, I'm more interested in what you've learned regarding the Spring Championships. I know you two were tracking down leads on the initiative entering the tournament. We already learned that one competitor was a member. With the final match tonight, I can't help but feel this break-in is somehow connected. Based on what we learned last night, it's possible they could be planning to hijack a weaponized drone or build their own somehow. We also know that if Kana wins, she'll carry out her plan and continue her revolution. Is it really safe to tell all this to Mr. Cross? He must not know about the deal they've made with Yoshino High School. We have some suspicions, but nothing concrete for now. And have you not come into any contact with any members recently? No, we haven't. We've been playing it safe since the Shiro character made his speech. Kaido decided to lie. Can't say I blame him, considering the situation. Why'd you suspect a member of the initiative anyways? My team's been monitoring their activity recently, and all communication channels have been buzzing with data. He has a team for this? They must be pretty determined to track them down. See, so they might be putting their plan into motion. I have an idea. You should let us look around the scene and try to help. You want to investigate the garden? Oh, but this is usually a job for experts. Thinking maybe if something seems familiar, we can correlate it to clues from our own findings. We'll share anything we learn from you, with you, of course. It can't hurt to have extra eyes on the evidence. That's not normally how I do things, but I'll allow it. Go search the scene, see if we can piece together what happened. If we narrow down our options, we might be able to find the culprit. More importantly, I'm curious about what you've learned on your investigation. If it would get you talking, I'm all for it. Excellent, I'll start checking the scene and see if I'm as good an investigator as you, Mr. Cross. You flatter me, just make sure to see me when you're done looking around so we can put everything we've learned together. Should search every trace of the culprit and try to uncover what really happened here. Let's solve this mystery here. Now this... Investigation, Central Garden. Anything on your mind, Kaito? Himiko, you should keep looking around your own. I've been thinking about how all this fits together. I want to make sense in my head before we jump to any conclusions. I feel bad that you had to lie to Calvin. It's safer if he doesn't know, I think. The school will suppress any investigation into the initiative if it takes place within their walls. I know, I just can't help but feel we're pushing people away instead of working together. I understand, but calling attention to ourselves will just make us a target. We have too many enemies now to just be blurting out our findings mindlessly. I'm concerned about Akara already knows too much. What if he tells the school board we know? Right, I'm sorry to have this stress on you. But don't worry about it. For now, we just keep searching and we'll put it all together with Cross once you're done. Don't mind me, I'm still thinking about how all this fits together. I suppose you could call it... the Sakuma Ultimatum. I'll keep working on the name. Never seen this dramatic before. Must be a pretty interesting mystery. And much as I hate to say it, it is correct that we aren't sure who we can trust. I mean, while you think that being from a whole other country, Calvin might be trustworthy, he's already proven that he's willing to lie. And while he was likely pushed into holding back specifically so that we'd slip up against him and not realize he was actually good at the game. That doesn't change that he was in fact willing to hold back, so he could be holding back other information for all we know. I mean, he already admitted he has stuff that he could be blackmailed over. And of course, we know that Kaido is from the family that founded the school in the first place, and given we know what its purpose of founding was, it's entirely possible he knows more than he's letting us know and is simply acting like he has no idea. Still, well, these two are probably the club and Cross are probably the closest thing we have. to friends at this point, and well, we saw where that led us. So yeah. Hmm. Upside down flower pot. This plant is toppled over. The dirt points towards the east doorway. Someone probably bumped into it during the break-in. It's a valid clue for sure. I should take note of this. That's interesting, but why is this secondary pot here? Are there any other pots of that style? Not that I can see through a quick skimming. Wait, is that bullets? Bullet holes. It seems like a weapon was discharged here. Multiple shots clustered together. This must be an automatic rifle. The question is, did this come from the culprit or someone trying to stop them? Considering the hurried footprints, I'd wager the target was in a rush. Seems like that could suggest the culprit was fired upon. I'll remember this. Yeah, I think this could have been the easiest idea is that it was one of the security drones. Footprints. Seems like someone ran through the dirt here. The path is quite short, so there must have been a small amount of mud. It seems likely that someone entered through the east doorway and stepped through here in a hurry. Anything more will be tough to figure out without context. We'll keep this in mind for later. Yeah, it seems like, Oh, I'm getting stuck here. Oh, I see. This must be the hitbox where you, inspect it, but you can't walk through it. Huh. Alright, so yeah, the culprit ran through here, a security drone must have ordered it, and then it fired. The bullets went past and into the wall. But did that mean they exited through here? Oh, are you the one who fired? Hello, Mr. Drone, how are you doing? I guess it doesn't want to talk. Human, this is an active crime scene. Please vacate the area or I'll fire upon you. Is this thing really gonna shoot me? Oh, don't worry, we disabled its firearm some time ago. Unfortunately, we couldn't reset its behavioral parameters from there, so it's only making vague threats right now. Apparently it was at the scene last night, though. We've already pulled its memory data and are analyzing the results now. So these security drones really are able to discharge their weapons on campus. That seems extraordinarily dangerous. I should remember this fact. It'll come in handy later. I can understand wanting to use drones to help keep the peace, but live ammunition in a school like this just has bad news all over it. There's a book on the floor. It wasn't placed with care, so it must have been dropped haphazardly. I'm not quite sure why something like this is the scene, but this book definitely came from the library. I remember seeing it in the fiction section. It seems like this could cause an uproar for if a certain individual, if word got out. I'll take note of it and see how this fits all into it later. Am I allowed to hear the title? The book from the library. Hopefully we can turn it in time for the volume to be available to some supportive fans. Actually, where was the mud that caused these footprints? Interesting. Does that mean they were running across here? Because this is the... No, the two flower beds do not have... Yeah, two of them don't have flowers in it. So that might not be a clue, but what's this, the fountain? The central fountain is a key aspect to this decor. Wait, shouldn't I be focused on the investigation? The only thing down there is coins. Hold on, I can see something else. A key. Ah, there's a key in there. It looks to be pretty small too, but that's definitely a metal key. Where have I seen this before? I'll keep note of this. It was from the library. I think I've looked at everything here. This is quite the situation. I should return across and see if we can piece all this together. There seems to be a key at the bottom of this fountain. I remember seeing one before. Could it be the same one? Alright, so yeah, I think it's supposed to be hinting that's the same key we used in the library, which means whoever took it, used it, and they must have grabbed a book, in that case one from the fiction section, but why that one? It must, either it wasn't important, or they had to drop it because something more important came up. I guess this could also be a source of the, I guess this could also be a source of the mud, but no, there would have been footprints leading away, so that must be from the empty flower bed over there. Let me take a look at this again, see if it elaborates a bit further on the details. This expensive plant fell over and spilled dirt on the floor. I better not mess with her, I'll be liable to pay for the damages. Oh yeah, Robocop. I was going to say, robot around the school. Well, when threatening reminded me of that one from Robocop. More specifically, the Family Guy parody that used it. Actually, while we're at a moment, hold on, let me just check what that robot's name was. Not the reboot. 1987, not, 2014. I have not actually seen the reboot. I've heard very terrible things about it, but I leave that for the people who have actually seen it. The ED-209, that's it. Yeah, the ED-209 in from Robocop is what these were reminding me a bit of. And as well as the Family Guy parody where Peter had it set up as the hall monitor. About as bad idea as you... If you haven't seen that episode, rest assured it's about as bad as an idea as you'd expect. Oh, have we finished looking through the scene? Alright, I think I'm starting to see the big picture here. Alright, so what have you learned? I've also been able to piece together a few things. Let's run through this from the very beginning. Alright, so last night, our mysterious culprit passed the garden. They were likely in a hurry since they left such a mess. Be sure not to bump anything. I'm not paying for any damages. Based on the clues left at the scene, we can assume they were headed to... the library. I found a book that we normally have available in our collection. It was sitting on the ground as if it had been dropped suddenly or thrown. Hold on, I can be sure that book isn't from somewhere else. I mean, they could have brought their own copy. I'm not sure what the reason would be for doing that, but we could always just check the book for our unique library signature. No need, I found another item in the scene which could only be found in the library. There was a key in the fountain. Must be the same one I found near the library windows. Ah, I must have missed that. This key can be used to open up a very specific display, one that students aren't normally allowed to access. That must have been their goal. It's possible they dumped the evidence in the fountain so that no one would discover that fact. That'll happen after they visit the library, but what about those footprints and the bullet holes? The trail starts from the east of the garden and heads towards the second floor doorway. It must have been made before the culprit reached their target destination. I think I can answer how the bullet holes got there is because of the security drone. The security drone must have fired shots when it saw the intruder. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It was authorized to shoot on sight. Precisely, now you're catching on. Alright, well we have the pieces now. Let's put together a timeline. I really like this investigative music. Alright, so first, the culprit ran from the east side of the staircase. They stomped through the mud and left that footprint trail. A security drone then opened fire on them. They made it out unharmed and presumably went to the library to acquire the contents of the display. When they returned, they dropped the book and threw the key in the fountain. I've been wondering why they brought the book back. What was the purpose of leaving it behind? I think I can answer that one. Sir, we've analyzed the drone's memory report and confirmed it, sir. Alright, thank you. Huh? Who is that? Oh, that's my off-screen Deus Ex analyst. Don't mind him. Anyways, he just confirmed the security drone and investigated a second target after the culprit fled the scene. Second target? Another criminal? No, it was that book. The culprit threw the book in the fountain to distract the bot. Using the opportunity, it must have knocked over the plant and dashed away. So there's no footage of the culprit from the drone fired at him. Unfortunately not. It seems the action happens so quickly the video couldn't capture a clear picture. Didn't help that it was dark either. These cameras are severely outdated. Unfortunately, that does make a lot of sense. Especially if they've got enough budget that can be bad on a single game. Seems like that's all we can learn here. We have a new objective now. We need to check the library and see if they're successful in clearing the display case. I'll accompany you. The culprit could still be lurking around here after all. I'd also like to see this display case for myself. What secrets could it possibly hold? We couldn't figure out who broke in last night, but we're getting close. Now Mr. Cross is about to discover the horrible truth about Yoshino. We try and stop him? Or has the ruse gone on long enough? Whatever happens next, I just hope I'll be ready for it. Frankly, I think now it would... Well, sometimes it's important. Yeah, my general thought process is these secrets need to be revealed at the right time. So the question is now the right time? Oh, Miss Tamako, what are you doing here? Oh my. Well, before we continue, I'm gonna hydrate. I don't want to collapse like Yasu did. Hmm. So it appears you finally caught on. The criminal was after this display case from the start. You suspected something was wrong in the library after the news? No, I just checked the case on a daily basis for tampering and noticed there were items missing. I put things together and figured it must have been whoever broke in last night. She's very protective of the contents. Could she know about the deal? Well, that settles it. We know what they were after. It seems they got away with it. Hold on, I'm not understanding. What's so important about this case? Why was the criminal after it? That topic has been confusing me as well. The initiative is in on the deal, so there'd be no reason to steal those documents for information. Could they be trying to cover their tracks now that several students know? They may be trying to make sure no one else can find it? But throwing the book and leaving that key there will only draw attention to the library and display case. If they thought this through, they should have suspected people would ask questions about it. Is our assumptions about their allegiance wrong? Could it be someone trying to expose Yoshino for working with the initiative? Sorry everyone, I have to get back to class. Oh, I see, we won't keep you here. Find me after school, Himiko. We should prepare for, as best as possible for your match. Oh, what a bore. I'll have to announce that little kiddo game, I suppose. What a positive outlook. Alright, I'm off. Good luck with your investigation. I didn't have time to waste with that display case. Honestly, it matters little to me whether or not Mr. Cross knows what we've been up to. He's not going to get in my way again. I won't be going back to class. There's something more important I have to check out first. The initiative's plan involves Aikawa in some way. Maybe some inside the break-in or what might transpire in tonight's game. I'll see to make sure he isn't cooperating with them. I'll do whatever it takes to keep our conversation with him a secret. It must be key to solving this mystery. I must stop the typhoon at all costs. Drone maintenance room is right through this door. I disobeyed my orders. How many times has this happened? I just want... Huh? Sounds like people are talking in there. Who have no right to decide. Can't make out what they're saying. Should I head through those doors? I have no clue what I'll find on the other side. Still last chance. Lycana, I have to know. I did wonder if I should make the title for the stream something like invoking your dark side, or some what was it? Utilizing your dark side, embracing the dark side, something along those lines. But I decided to stick with a chess theme, so I have decided to just have it be another chess term, including one of my favorite openings. It's a very boring, bog standard opening, but Well, as shown by my openings in this game, I do seem to favor ones that give control over the center. Creighton is here. Mayu Izumi. I told you already, that was for our cause. The fact you can't see it makes me sick to my stomach. You're not fit to lead us. So that's it, Izumi was the one that broke in last night. Whatever that fool did was clearly out of line with Kana's orders. You can't just break our most influential bonds and call it a revolution. We need resources to fight this war. Yoshino's our key to our success. They're a bunch of spoiled jerks and you know it. Oblivious to the struggles faced by the rest of the country. Showing this district the most trusted school is a front for a cause, the best way to cause a panic. Enough of this, I'm tired of talking in circles. You know we all feel the same way, but the rest of us put our pride beside us and carry on in the belly of the beast. We do it for Japan, it's our burden to carry. Your plan. It's all happening too slowly. You promised us an uprising. It's been 5 years, Kana. Just have patience. Tonight, everything will come to fruition. But thanks to your rash decisions, we have to play everything extra safe during the game. I told you, I don't like hiding out in this room. I'm surrounded by hypocrites. We've been hiding here since last night. That's why she didn't run into anyone on her way out. I told you not to worry. We gave the order to shut off the cameras over there. Standard threats were issued. Cowards. That's why Tomiko disabled the security system here. Fine, but what about these plans of yours? Will it really work? This plan of yours, will it work? Trust in the greed of Yoshino High School, Mayu. They'll gladly take our new deal. Must be talking about the prize money. Sounds like a repeat of what Yuko did over a decade ago. And will these hunks of metal really help us? I mean, we're up against a military force that's nearly 10 times our strength. They might have a bigger army, but we get to pick our battles. With an entire fleet of these security drones, we could impose our will across the entire prefecture. Yoshino has more than enough to spare, and the tools will supply us for years to come. No, it can't be. They're not just planning to hijack a security drone, they're planning to buy out our entire drone cache. Well, if everything works out, I'll be happy to watch the chaos unfold from the side of justice.
Checkmate.
I'm not sure if you'll be getting that luxury. I'm afraid there's only one last hope for you, Mayu. If you fail to follow through on this final task, you won't be one of us anymore. That's not a problem. You can trust me to carry out your will, Prime Commander. Excellent. Wait, I heard something over there. Crap, I have to run. At last, everything I needed to know was revealed. Using the prize money from the Spring Championships, Kana plans to buy the school's entire collection of security drones. Since the drone storage room allows for modification of the drone's behavior, they could easily reprogram them however they desired. Aikawa said himself, he has administered access to the machine's AI patterns. They could easily replace him or sneak into the room they've been doing already. Winning this match is what they're after. This is my last chance to stop them. After defeat Kana, only then can I make my statement to the world. Not only would I rid the country of pointless rebellion, I'll expose Kana and her crimes against society. Shinogi Chess won't be going away. Not for me. I'm going to become the best player in this country, and then everyone will listen to my demands. The only revolution that will happen will be by my hands. No bloodshed, no threats, no violence. I'll make this world a better place by eradicating the very idea of resistance. I'll be the arbiter of justice, not even my mother will stand in my way, because I'll find her. Oh, so we're going SMT law alignment here? I'll have to silence the corruption she put in motion 2 decades ago. I'll destroy the Typhoon Initiative. I'll have her look me in the eyes and explain why she made me suffer. And if it comes to it, silence her too. Oh my. Well, I guess I can't exactly blame Himiko for being frustrated at someone who, you know, up and vanished for large portions of their life. You're certain about what you heard? I'm positive. Khan and the rest of her group are planning to control our school's entire drone cache. I didn't think they'd go this far. So, there's really nothing else we can do? If it's some sort of deal with Yoshino's school board, I don't think there's anything we could do to legally stop it. Yoshi doesn't understand what's going on, but this sounds really bad. Thanks for the input. Essentially, Yoshino has the right to rid their assets in any way they deem necessary. They can sell anything they own at the school. Rooms, desk, drones. The fact they're trading it for money makes the action even more legitimate. The government's fine with them just giving away their security, even when it's been funded by the district? I suspect funding would end if the word got out, but no, it's technically not against any rules. The drones are the school's property, no matter who paid for them. What we have in the building is already enough to be worried about. And so there's no hope of trying to bring this to the police. Kana could just claim she's donating her money to the school, or personally purchasing their security. I don't know, an entire security drone cache controlled by one person sounds like one of those dystopian sci-fis, you know, where a person has their entire estate protected by security drones and stuff, just 24/7 scanning for intruders. Then again, I guess the more horrifying thing is that may actually come true. Depending. I suppose maybe we could raise some suspicion against her. But how much could we really do with Yoshino guarding her? Crap, we may actually be heading towards the RoboCop future, huh? The school's just after the money. They'll double dip in both fame and recognition Kana provides, while taking her prize money for themselves. And in the process, endangering the lives of every single student that attends classes here. We're running out of time, but it's not over yet. I'll keep thinking about ways to stop this deal, but I'm afraid it'll be in your hands for now. All we can hope for this moment is that you'll win the tournament, no pressure. Yeah, thanks. Stopping Kana's likely our last line of defense. I know there's already an intense amount of stress associated with this match, but we'll never stop supporting with you. For every time you've come to help us in our time of need, we're in your debt. I'm not really sure what I did to be deserving of that. But Himiko, you're the one that discovered Kana's true nature. You became my closest friend. You worked with me to reveal Azumi's affiliation and investigate the initiative. She even played against Frost in the pivotal match. You were such a great help to the club that day. I'm truly thankful for your performance. Kana, what gives you the right to be here? This is a practice room, right? I'm just preparing for my big game. I'll handle this. You guys find your seats in the arena. Good luck, Himiko. We're all booing for you. Thanks. Got this. Just remember your own advice. And remember all the lessons you can learn from Defense on Manticore. You've all been a huge help. Except for you, Yasu. No matter the outcome, I know I've found home in the Shinogi Chess Club. They're all playing their parts in the story. Now it's my turn. Done saying your pathetic goodbyes. I know what you're planning. The prize money won't be yours, Kana. Aikawa's on our side. He won't let the security drones be used for your foolish war. Oh, so you were the one listening in earlier. How much did you hear? Well, no matter. There's still nothing you can do about it. Once I win this game, we'll just be making a completely legal transaction with the institution. The benefit of doing everything by the books is beginning to pay off. So that's what they meant by doing everything by the books. Because everything was perfectly legitimate, it's difficult to stop them, even when you see it coming. It's time for us to penetrate the bureaucracy, then. And you, Shiro, how'd you even get in here? Aren't you on a wanted list or something? I'm a distinguished guest. Security for entering the arena is at a minimal during events like this. Yoshino prides himself on giving the viewing gallery their privacy. Anyone can walk in for one of these games, so long as they stay in the arena. That must be why Shiro felt so confident walking through that door when I used the key card. What about Mayu? Is she still in the building?
Checkmate.
That's classified information. If you become a member of the initiative, you'll be able to ask those sorts of questions. This again, she must know by now there's no way I'm joining her. Fine, just tell me this. If you happen to lose tonight, will you give up on your plan to take our school's drones? So optimistic. Yeah, there's no way we try to do this without a proper funding for it. Some in our organization have wondered where this money is really being put to the best use with this particular purchase. That is true. 40 million yen is a lot of money. You could do quite a few things with it, possibly even more than just buying a handful of weaponized drones. But everything we've done has been calculated. This is the most crucial step that will win us everything we desire. Everything you desire? What do you plan to do if you acquire them anyway? Now this is the part you'll love. I'm talking about an all-out attack. She's not even hiding it. She'll take advantage of the mountain guns to wage war on the government itself. But what happened to everything by the books? Oh, that won't be necessary for the final phase of the plan. You're despicable. You talk about hypocrisy. You're the biggest hypocrite I've ever met. Really? Me? What I'm doing pales in comparison to the moral atrocities committed against Zone 8 every single day. Maybe I'm not fully grasping the situation since I've never been there, but if you fight evil with evil, you're only becoming that which you hate. Ha, that's pretty hilarious coming from you. And also you're wrong, by the way. You have been to Zone 8. Wait, how could she know that? Your mother didn't often involve you in her affairs at first, but you know she had high hopes for you. I was there that day, 5 years ago. I remember it clearly. Shouldn't you remember it too? It's quite the tragedy. I won't make you relive that traumatic experience. Probably the most charitable thing she's done so far. Where's Yuko? Is she even alive? You're still caught in that pitfall of hope? To hell with that. I'm not going to tell you a thing. I won't feed into your delusions. What's she talking about? Is she insisting I shouldn't learn the truth? Alright, then how about this? Let's make a deal. If I win, you'll tell me everything you know about my mother's current status, including where she is. That's interesting. So you want to make a completely one-sided wager. Well, it's only fair considering the last game we played. That's positively devious of you. Fine, you're gonna be the loser today anyways. If I win, I'll just have to make sure we target Yoshino first. Complete military control of the school will be our grand statement of the world. This is getting out of hand, but I have to find my mother. I can finally get all my answers. Fine by me. Do whatever you want if you claim the prize. Everything's riding on this one match. Is it really the best idea? Seems like we've come to an arrangement. I look forward to seeing you struggle. Yeah, kind of thing. Give it. Yeah. While Suzuki did sweeten the Kana did sweeten the deal a bit afterward. Fact of the matter is, the original bet was purely, basically only Typhoon Initiative really stood to gain from that. It was if Himiko lost, she'd be forced to join them, and if not, she wouldn't, and they'd just leave her alone. So basically, she had nothing to gain and everything to lose, basically. We should head the stage. There's only a little bit of time left. So you're at the table, Kana. You're going to regret the choices you made. Regret what's happening. Yeah, I might, but it's too late to change course now. This is our story, Himiko. Let's finish it with a bang. I don't like how she put it that way. Oh, why are you here, Shiro? No matter the outcome today, you put up a good fight. Why do you even follow someone like that? It doesn't bother you that she manipulated us for her own agenda? The prom commander's only doing what she feels necessary for her cause. She's bearing the sin so we may be free of worry, while still ridding Japan of this wretched game. It's starting to sound more insane than I thought. Is this some crazy cult? What did Yuko even start all those years ago? This was before my time, but her ideals were sound. She predicted the turmoil we'd face today. She was determined to keep the old ways, that much I know. But what about you? When I was just a boy, I saw hope in Kana's leadership. My family was poor and underwent many hardships, much like Azumi's, really. I was left to rot in the streets, begging for food. During the riots, many looked down on me. I saw hatred on both sides. It got so bad that I was constantly under attack by upper-class teenagers. They kicked me, hit me, each and every day. But then Miss Suzuki showed up. She saved me. Both so young, she was even younger than I was. And to make their point clear, she killed one of my harassers. Stabbed in the chest. It was happening right in front of me. Wow, that was... Kana killed someone in Zone 8? And she regretted it ever since. I think that's why she vowed not to use violence for most of her life. Now that we've reached the turning point, that's about to change, obviously. She said before she wished I'd never joined a group like that. She didn't want me to suffer guilt from her actions. But I also owe a great debt to her. One that I can't possibly hope to repay. She had the strength to become a demon to save me from that hell. She's the hope of humanity. I'll follow her till the day I die. The relationship runs even deeper than I thought. She personally intervened in order to give Shiro a better life. I suppose there's more of these initiative members that meets the eye. Or was it really right to commit murder in that situation? You've got guts for confronting her like that. I respect it, but that doesn't mean she'll go easy on you. Good luck in your game today. I'm sure you'll put on quite the show. Kana Suzuki, leader of the Typhoon Initiative. She might have enough compassion to save Shiro from the riots of Zone 8, but the way she goes about making a difference is detestable. It's all becoming clear now. She's set up so that nothing can stop her as long as she wins spring championships. That's why I have to succeed and end this here. This is my final chance. If I win, I'll stop her and be able to find Yuko using the information she provides. This last conflict is more than my redemption. It's my destiny. This is the opportunity I've been searching for my entire life. Yeah, the fact she mentioned destiny here does make me think that this is indeed Dark Himiko that's saying these monologues between major scenes. Welcome one and all! So glad you can join us. Today we'll be witnessing the Spring Championship's final match. Let's give all the competitors a round of applause for their incredible performances. But now, only two remain. These two players have fought to the best of their abilities and climbed the ranks over these past weeks. It's no understatement to see that these two are the best, the student-level Shinogi chess players in the entire city. She's really giving us a lot of praise. Hopefully there won't be any dramatic changes in her script today. One of our players today is a controversial but skilled student-body class president. The other is a distinguished vice president of our own Shinogi Chess Club. The battle between Yoshino's brightest will be a match for the ages. You've likely heard this by now, but the winner of today's game will take home the grand prize totaling over 40 million yen. Along with the cash, each contestant is battling for fame and recognition, hoping to catch the eye of national chess teams. As usual, this match is being broadcast to your local chess channels and all major streaming sites. Say hello to the folks tuning in at home! Alright, I believe no further introductions are necessary. Let's bring out our two champions. Please welcome to the stage, Himiko Masaki. Himiko, you've had to deal with some pretty harsh accusations during this tournament. What do you have to say about that? Will we be expecting a more surprise in tonight's battle? It's a shame so many people refused to believe in my skill during the first game. Though I face some hardships, it's not going to slow me down. I have no doubts about what will happen. I'm going to defeat Kana and claim the grand prize. Wow, such a thrilling response. I've seen confident players, but you really are certain you can stand up against the vice president herself? Are you... Kana won't be a problem for me. I've already beaten her once before. Is that so? What a shocking revelations. You've heard it, folks. It seems like this will be a personal vendetta for Miss Misaki. I believe it's time to welcome the legend herself. Kana Suzuki, please come to the stage. Miss Suzuki, you've been the vice president of our Shinogi Chess Club for quite some time now. You think that gives you an advantage in tonight's game? You have been training the other members, right? I was the one that explained the rules to Miko when she first started playing, and the rest she learned on her own. Ah, the mentor is facing off against her apprentice. This is quite the tale. Wait, who's that man behind you? That's just my trusted advisor. I think I've seen him before. Is he a public figure or something? I don't like him. I assure you, he means no harm. I just feel safer having him watch over our game. Oh, so it is a love story. That's not really... Kana will do anything to win the prize money so that she can be with her beloved advisor. Well, that's... Kana must be freaking out right now. Can we just get started with the game already? Sheesh. Very well. Contestants, you will now shake hands and take your seats. Once again, I'd best save at this point just in case I lose. Kana was able to best me once before. She could easily do it again. The annual Spring Championships final match will now be played. Best of luck to both of you, and may the best player win. Well, I figured it might come down to this once I saw you on that stage. You have natural talent, almost as if your drive is inflating your skill even without much experience. You said it yourself, I learned on my own. And my other self is obsessed with winning this game. No, I'm obsessed with becoming the best. This is who I am. Your reign of terror is going to come to an end. I'll earn the recognition I was destined for and stand up in the face of cowardice. How are you hearing yourself? Every time you speak, I'm more inclined to vomit. I'm positively sick of your crap. It's not all about you, Himiko. The rest of us are fighting for what we believe in. Isn't that not brave in its own right? When I was a child, Miss Misaki showed me the power of math and logic. Those subjects are some of the only ones in this fragile life that are certain and clear. I was negatively affected by the loss of my parents. It was all just too much for me to handle. I found my purpose in Shinogi Chess, though I knew the dangers it possessed for everyone in Japan. Even the most devoted Resistance member still sees a positive in this game. The best strategy for Shinogi Chess is to break each piece down into their discrete values. This is a game of sacrifices. A few clever traps can lead your opponent into a frenzy. All I have to do is measure the worth of each square, add or subtract values based on which moves I believe are the best. That's all it takes to win. How many scenarios can you account for? How much value can you win or lose for each move? Your plan for the money isn't some game, Kana. These are real human lives. I can't break them down to values that you can sacrifice for your own agenda.
Checkmate.
Don't take my words out of context, loser. All I'm saying is my skill is far superior to yours, but I'll let the result of the match prove that. She's confident. I won't let her get to me. Alright, then let's start the game and settle this once and for all. Alright, one last game. One last battle to decide who the better player is. Kana Suzuki will play one round to determine the winner. Understood. Let us set up the board and finish this. She can have that side if she wants it.
Capture.
Alright, one is under my control now. Yes, one step closer. It means nothing. You're still just a scared little girl who's way out of her element. You negatively don't have what it takes to bring me down. Is that a double negative? I don't think that's correct usage there. Two negatives make a positive. That's how positive I am. I'm gonna win. Now she's making no sense at all. Maybe you shouldn't gloat until the game's over. Make your move, Kana.
Capture.
I was a bit careless on my end. Seems like you're struggling over there. I do hope you'll be able to continue the game without fainting. Only if you're gonna cease your taunting, let me think. This is the greatest challenge I've ever faced. I can't let her get to me. Well, what are you waiting for? Make your move and let's settle this feud. I won't lose hope. I have to think carefully about my response and push forward using everything I've learned. Alright, I've got a nice early lead with the captures, but now I need the king to win. How? This is it, I'm getting very close to victory. Worthless, don't tell me you've been cheating again. I've done no such thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter if you did. I'm gonna win regardless of whatever trick you have up your sleeve. You're gonna hold your end of the deal, right? I won't have to, since I'm still going to win. But yes, I intend on keeping my word, should that come to pass. Khan has lied before, but after saying that over a broadcast, there's no way she can get out of this now. This is it, I'm actually gonna find her. I've waited so long for this moment. The pressure's unimaginable, but I have to stay strong and hold out. This is the final push. Hope you're done worrying over there. Everything is gonna happen the way it was meant to happen. Everything I've been fighting for will manifest in this open moment of my victory. This is the one opportunity I have to take what's owed to me. I think it's pretty obvious what I'm about to do, but yeah, I'm gonna try and move this whole block over. Yeah, that only moves 2 spaces, so it can't get my stack here. Alright, I should be able to do a split push here to corner her. Oh, right. Oh, right. Why do I keep forgetting that? I have no idea why. It's in just the right position to not be affected by most things. I could fuse her with the pawn over here. Wouldn't do much, but would give me a better offensive, presence. That's the word I was thinking. Not sure what she was thinking with that exchange, but whatever. Let's go. I want to keep this pawn over here. Alright, she now knows this is a spy, because that can kill pawns. Once again, it's an archer. I can't move too far away. Oh, crap. I had to sacrifice something good for that. No, wait, that's a rook. It can't reach it. Which means it's ultimately vulnerable. Oh. I messed up really bad. I need to make sure she loses her queen at all costs, so with that gone.
Check. Check.
Alright, that reduced a lot of resource advantage she had.
Check.
Check. And we win.
Capture.
And capture.
Shinogi checkmate.
Achievement unlocked. Expert. We beat her. Oh, I still got the achievement for that.
I did it. I won the spring championships.
Excellent. Astounding! Yumiko Masaki has just won the final match! She's just become our new spring champion and will be taking home 40.5 million yen! It's over. I won. It seems the underdog in tonight's match has come out on top. A star student of Yoshino High School now has the spotlight on her for defeating the vice president of the chess club she's a member of. The story couldn't get any more dramatic. Miko Masaki has just defeated Yoshino's most prestigious club member. I've secured the prize money. That means Kana can't threaten the school with the security drones. Yoshino won't accept her trade.
Checkmate. Pathetic. This is all crap.
Oh, don't be a sore loser, Kana. Himiko clearly demonstrated she's the superior player tonight. I'm sure you two will have a lot to settle between yourselves. Now's my chance. I have to do this in front of everyone. Anything you'd like to say to our audience, Miss Saki? Kana Suzuki's been lying to every single one of us tonight. There's the future, right? And there's that still a lot of money. Hello, gravity. And yeah. Looks like this might have been the this was the final match of the tournament, and I've finally won, so I finally put the Typhoon's plans to shreds. However, more importantly, we have to finally expose the truth, and now that we finally have the influence to make it work. She pretend to be caring and brilliant Shinogi Chess Club vice president, always carrying our members to victory. Well, in reality, she's been the prime commander of the group that's been plaguing our city. Kana Suzuki is the leader of the Typhoon Initiative. What? That's a bold claim you just made. Don't bother with theatrics, Tomiko. It's true. I've been in the command of the group you all fear. It's been my will they've acted on for the past 5 years. All of you watching tonight need to understand one thing. We're not trying to overturn your way of life. We only want to change that which will bring back order to our society. That's just another lie. You're planning to wage war using our school's militarized drone technology. You'll find that I've committed no crimes during my rule. All I did was compete in a tournament. It doesn't matter what we hope to do. All we can do now is plead you'll listen to our cause and rally behind us. It doesn't sound like they're very open to that idea. Well, I should have figured this corruption would blind them to the truth. It's all your fault. Kana, you made that promise to me before the match, an extra wage of this battle. It appears as though I've won. Before they take you away, it's time to hold up your end of the deal. Kana, disregarding our deal is punishable by law. Is this true? Did you make a wager with Himiko before the game? I did. The way you people take this so seriously is childish. Keep your word, Kana, or have you lost your honor as well? Tell me, where is my mother, or is she even still alive? True, we need to find out if she's still alive still. Yuka Misaki, she's alive, yes. She's been in hiding since that raid in our headquarters 5 years ago. She's out there alive. She really did abandon me. Discarded me like she did the rest of this world. As for her current location, I'm afraid I have no idea. Wait, what? I don't know where she is. It was never disclosed to us. Why? How could she not know? All this time, why can't I find her? You're lying. You do know, don't you? Tell the truth. I'm sorry. After what happened, she didn't wish to return. She gave up on the initiative. I've been the one keeping her dream alive. Gave up. Not only should she discard her society, but her own life's work? I'm not buying that. She was stubborn. She'd never do anything like that. You really don't remember. I thought it would be obvious. She failed you, Himiko. How could a mother continue knowing what she did to you? No. That day, it was her fault. You're just a lying piece of trash. I won't hear any more of this. You failed in your obligation on our wager. I'm giving you one last chance. I've told you all I know. We really don't have any idea where she could possibly be. Then why did Shiro say she was still one of you? We can only assume she still supports our cause in her own way. We haven't been in contact with her at all. She's like a mentor to me. No, that's not good enough. I came all this way to track her down. Do I think I'm gonna buy that crap? Himiko, stop. This isn't like you. What? Kana's the one you should be concerned about because she's lying. No, Himiko, remember what I said about losing yourself.
You don't take control. You'll become just like her.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Just like her? Could I really become as cruel as Kana? No, I've already gone too far. I can't back down now. Don't worry, Miko. You're a good person.
You're a trustworthy friend.
I wouldn't even be able to say this out loud if it wasn't for you. It's not too late. Well, what about what I've already done? Kana was right. I have no right to be talking about hypocrisy after everything I've done to harm people. That doesn't negate the good you've done. You've helped all of us in your own way. You still have a lot to improve on. We all do. We have a good heart. You always try to help those in need. It doesn't matter how you go about helping us, because we trust that you'll do the right thing in the end.
Yeah, and Yasu says good things too.
They're all trying to support me, even after I've turned. So this is the power I've earned. Everyone, I'm so sorry. I lost control of myself. Ah, what an entertaining display. Kana, you really don't know where she is. Do you at least have any idea as to where we might find her? Before she disappeared, Yuko gave me a data chip. She told me that when the time is right, I'd be able to read the message contained within the device's data stream. Presumably, it could have a clue as to where she's going to hide from the government. A data chip with a message? What did it say? I've analyzed the data hundreds of times over the years, but I have never deciphered it. The data is encrypted with a password key that she never gave me. Essentially, it's completely worthless unless I know how to decrypt the information contained within. I want to be a person that people can depend on and trust. I vow that no matter what, I will do the wrong thing. You can count on it. Well, you know what they say. Hey, someone who's openly evil, you can at least count on to be evil. Someone openly... Well, someone openly good, you can... Crap, I completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, if you know... hey, there's... Yeah, my point was there's more than one way to be reliable. Even if it's not always the most ideal. Kind of like how my matches here have been very aggressive and sometimes tunnel vision-y, but I did manage to avoid it in this last round. I'm really glad I was able to keep better track of the entire board, but, well, I lost my queen to a stupid move, so... I guess you can rely on me to always make one blunder here and there. But at least the good news is there's always a way to fix it. I carry it with me everywhere in case I discover something. See for yourself. She said Kana would be able to read it when the time was right. Maybe the encryption key is a word or phrase that I would understand. This is my own mother, after all. I must know something about her that I could use to interpret the message. Would you mind if I took the data chip? It wasn't the deal, but go ahead. It won't matter soon anyway. What do you mean by that? Nothing, I'm just saying it's useless to me. If you can decipher it, be my guest. It'll be a miracle if you can find her. Kana's hoping if I'm able to open the message, she can just take it back and get the data for herself, too. I don't like the idea of Kana coming into contact with my mother, but if it means I can acquire this clue... Thank you, Kana. It's been very helpful. Don't talk to me like that. It's positively annoying. Alright, everyone. It's been a very exciting turn of events, but I believe our time today is coming to a close. It seems the security team's coming to take Miss Suzuki to the police, so I'll be signing off now. You can't do this to me. I own you. You don't own anything, you little brat. You were supposed to win the game, but now it seems you're of no use to us after all. We owe you nothing until we get our money. You'd think saying that on live television... Oh, oops, did I say that out loud? I've been Machi Tomika. Oh, I'll see you next time at Yoshino High School, Shinogi Chess Arena. Huge bombshell I didn't see coming. Indeed. It doesn't matter, I've committed no crimes. You can't pin anything on me. You ordered and organized a crime group to trespass on our campus and threaten students at school. That wasn't me. You can't even prove that. Ah, you're all idiots. If I'm going down, then your last hope will be to die with me. Wait. Azumi, do it now! I don't like where this is going. What this bitch? I've been waiting weeks for this moment. Thought Kana's opponent would have been the finalist, but it looks like she had a hidden plot. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, too. Oh no, she's got a weapon. Oh no. Wait, that's... It's not even a member of the club, that's... I'll admit I thought someone might take the bullet for her, so to speak, but that was not who I thought it would be. You're going to die with me. Here's my associate who has one knife. Please line up in orderly fashion. Well, to be fair, if they're lined up, you can get through it pretty quickly. Or
No, Shiro,
I was definitely not expecting Shiro to be the person to
me.
save our
What
ass.
did you?
No!
Azumi was going so fast, it's unlikely she'd have been able to stop even if she noticed it was him in the way. Why? Why did he get in the way? That's why we're after her. She just stabbed someone, call an ambulance. Everyone, run to the emergency exits. Azumi, you were supposed to kill her. You stood in my way, I didn't mean to. Miko, get off the stage now, they're trying to hurt you. Run, this way. You there, don't move, we have her in our sights. Yo man, you are wanted for crimes of assault, surrender now or be fired upon. This piece of junk. She's running, don't let her get away. Help, everyone get out of here. Or there's terrorists on the loose, call the police. Is he gonna be okay? He's suffering severe damage to the left lung. Victim's losing blood. Tell the medical team to prepare for surgery, we'll handle it from here. Where'd she go? We have Kana in custody, the other one fled into the building. Have the school evacuate and create a perimeter. She won't be getting away. Well, shit, they've got someone armed in the middle of a school. This is not going to end well for anyone involved. Kana ordered Azumi to kill me as a contingency. It must have been the last chance she was talking about before, the final task. That also explains why she asked how much we overheard, because we only heard that she was given a final task and what they were ultimately planning to do with the prize money, not what the the last chance actually was. I never thought she'd stoop that low. Shiro said she regretted the violence and action she took years ago. Shiro, he stepped in front of the blade. He must not have known what Kana was planning. Do you feel empathy over my situation? Do you disapprove of Kana's final order? Time to call in. Yeah, pretty much. Or the army of military drones the school has. Because having the equivalent of the RoboCop, what was the robot getting? The RoboCop's ED-209 in a school is totally a good idea, right? Yeah, he was not one of the people I would have expected. Well, whatever the reason now, all we can do now is hope the authorities can handle the situation. I won the final match of the tournament. Will it be enough to put these ideas of rebellion to rest? Will the spotlight be put on me now? The whole country knows my mother was the founder of the initiative, but now they've seen me actively fight the group. They've seen me nearly get killed for facing off against this threat. It sends a powerful message, one that I hope will permeate all aspects of our society. Today, I fought against the dishonorable cowards and survived. Kana was taken away. What will happen to her now? It's out of our hands, but I can't help but feel she'll be able to wiggle out of this. Shiro's condition was critical. He was transferred to a local hospital. Yeah, for a stabbing like that, they absolutely have to act immediately if they want to save his life. Everything's falling apart. The world I knew is tumbling down. All that remains for the rest of us is to stay on our feet and recover best we can. What worries me is how long we'll be able to stand on our own. That was far more violent than I was expecting a game with chess, that's for sure. The next day... Alright, looks like we've gathered the crew. Hold on, so they want to buy the entire drone cache? Why would Yoshino go through with that? For the money. As Kana said, everything was done by the book, so nothing could be brought to court. During Calvin's investigation this morning, Kaito and I did some extra research on the history of Typhoon. Or Takuma said, I'm just letting Frost have his legitimate win and getting the next tournament. The tournament was essential for funding. Yeah, that's probably why Kana herself made sure that she went through. Apparently they had several members that were playing through, and Kana was basically the secret weapon to ensure that they'd get it, because it was highly unlikely anyone would be able to defeat her. It seems that a majority of the bombings and attacks attributed to the organization happened well over 5 years ago. 5 years, that number again. Apparently that's when my mother left the organization and Kana took control of the group. Did Kana really take the initiative in a different direction then? The recent offenses could be very well splinter cells or rogue members acting independently of Kana's orders, or like Shiro said earlier, the government could be using propaganda to blame them for completely unrelated attacks. All we can say for certain is that Kana was after those security drones. Has she followed through with that plan? Has she followed through? It's possible her philosophy could have also changed. Wow, they really had the authority to hand out militarized equipment to a terrorist faction? It's a bit more complicated than that, but yeah. The drones are counted as school property, so giving them to an individual is not against any laws. You guys really need to fix your legal process. What's important is that Himiko stopped it all from happening. It was an impressive victory. And come to think of it, given Kana was prepared to plan an assassination in the off chance she lost, yeah, she really pulled out all the stops to try and make sure that they'd win this tournament under all circumstances, even if it was a by default victory. Oh, totally, I haven't looked up from my manga to see the action. What you did was very brave, but you really should have left this to the authorities. But Mr. Cross... but Mr. Cross, they explained that Yoshino was helping cover up the initiative's workings. Yeah, that's a very evil move on their part, bad Yoshino. Right, I can see why that'd be an issue then. Oh well, it's over now. We've started clawing out the roots of their influence from this institution. We won't stop until we've ceased all deals between the two groups, and we'll be keeping a close eye on the school from now on. I'm glad we were able to... Yeah, Cross is definitely the best person to trust here, since he's technically a foreign and an outside influence, so he's able to handle things a bit differently than... It's unlikely he could be affected by the same things here. I'm glad all the club members, other than Kana, are still on our side, or at least that seems to be the case in the end. As I said, no point in being paranoid without a good reason to be. That's glad to hear, but what about Akama and Azumi? They were both apprehended last night. We've charged Azumi for attempted murder, but Kana seems too well equipped for this sort of information. It seems she hired an astounding lawyer. I honestly don't think she'll be in custody for long. After all, she's been able to get away. After all that, she's still able to get away from this. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Kana was never the one getting her hands dirty. She was always having everyone else do her dirty work. And I have to say, Gravity, when you brought up the idea of someone else using the mind control thing, I thought maybe we'd face Himiko's mother at some point. And, like, maybe she'd turn out to be the secret final battle or whatever, and she'd use the same power. Now, granted, I do still think her mother does have this power, because the organization is aware of it and how it works. And the only way they do that is if they know someone else who has the power, or research someone who had it. And from there, it's easy to deduce that it must be genetic in some fashion. Because, well, Kana didn't use it on me, so she doesn't have that power. Himiko, if your theory is true, if Kana really did give her order to kill you, my guess is Kana would rather see me dead than let me acquire the prize money. If you knew I was opposing her, you know I'd be able to do what the fame and fortune this tournament would provide. But in a sad twist of fate, it seems her retaliation backfired in the worst way possible. I just can't believe this is happening. And not to worry, even though the police can't definitively link her to any crimes, I'll make sure she doesn't do anything reckless. We'll use surveillance to prevent her from meeting with any of her conspirators. Despicable. She claimed her orders to Azumi out loud on stage, and that's not enough to lock her away. It's the best we could do at this point, I'm sorry. And Shiro, will he be okay? I'm afraid he suffered too much blood loss. He's in a coma. I'm not sure when or even if he'll be conscious again. Shiro was Kana's closest ally. I wonder how she'll react to this news. And that's a big thing. Shiro mentioned that Kana actually did save his life at one point, to the point of outright killing someone, even though she regretted it later. He has nothing but absolute loyalty to her, and yet he decided to take the bullet for us and not Kana. It could be that he was hoping to save Kana from carrying out from becoming what she was before by carrying out another murder like that, or it could be that he felt her order of the murder was just too far from what her ideals were, the ones that got him to join in the first place. It's hard to say. At any rate, I believe I've taken up enough of your time. I'm sorry for dragging you all out here, even though they canceled school for today. Oh, it's not a problem. We're all trying our best to protect what we hold most dear. That's right. We went through all this trouble because we want the students of the school to feel safe during their time on campus. That's quite the positive attitude, Miko. Now the P word is positively starting to give me nightmares. Little calm me. Yeah, that is true. It could be a combination of things. Why don't we all get something to eat? It'll be my treat. Even now, I do think Kana didn't like that she had to betray her friends in the chess club, but she was just that dedicated to her ideals that she did whatever she felt was necessary to accomplish it. Actually, I'd like to discuss something with the club members, if you don't mind. Of course, we won't let you kids down. We'll let you kids wind down for today. Alright, see you around, Himiko. I'm proud of what you've done today. And the good news is Himiko was able to utilize the power of her dark side without giving into it, most of all. So she managed to avoid becoming like Kana herself. Oh, I was hoping Mr. Cross would give us free food. I would have ordered an entire feast. That wasn't on the table. You must have really good hearing. Alright, let's talk in the club room. Sure thing, I'll meet you guys there. Yes, everything went exactly as planned. Those idiots believed that I was trying to help this pathetic excuse for high school. I can't hold this laughter anymore, it's all too easy. Guess I wasn't right about her not giving her dark side. I've won. It's over for you, Mother. Everything you worked so hard to create is crumbling by my own hands. Everyone caught a glimpse of my true feelings at the game last night. I was so close to losing my cover. Thankfully, those fools intervened the whole don't lose yourself crap. A few clever words is all it takes to get ahead in this society. Deplorable. With these social connections, I'll have no trouble taking over the Shinogi Chess Club and the entire school. Power like this is only achievable through the status of a champion such as myself. Aside from the fame, I've also got my hands on over 40 million yen in prize money. Now I have everything I need to shape this world how I see fit. But I can't let them see my true potential just yet. I'll have to take things slow. Then again, it sounds like she actually didn't plan on releasing herself and then being stopped like that. It may be possible it could still be... It might be possible to still save Himiko from her dark side. But we have to be very careful. In time, I'll grow my strength and influence until there's nothing left I can't control. At that point, I could fully surpass Yuko. I want nothing more than to find her and look her eyes when she understands what I've been able to accomplish. I should have her to the club room before they start to worry. It's still somewhat ambiguous whether her dark side is indeed separate, but I get the sense it's probably more separate than just her giving into her darker impulses. That's just my personal interpretation so far, though. Obviously, there's... Oh, so what's this about, Kaido? I just want to say that you're the bravest people I've ever known. Oh, do you really mean that? Absolutely. We all faced a problem more dangerous than we could have ever expected. But even knowing that, you stood up to those villains and rose to the occasion. Wow, Kaido's more inspirational than one of my 2-season animes. And most of the credit belongs to our newest member. Himiko, you're the one we should be thanking the most. Yes, you've always been protecting our school, even if you did it behind our backs. Yeah, and you totally defeated the evil bad as your fire breath. I guess I can't escape my dragon-like reputation. Thank you, everyone. I've said this before, but it means a lot that you supported me throughout all this. I think during my time in the club I faced more trouble than I ever expected, but I'm also certain that I found my place in this world. Solving this mystery with all of you has made me realize that I can make a difference. I want to be at the front row of history, and I believe we've all made a huge impact today. At the very least, her and her dark side seem to have the aligned goals, and she even now started using my destiny terms while she's in her regulars without the purple eyes, so... It could just be when she gives in to her darker impulses. I wonder if that's... Huh. I wonder if there'll be history books about us. Oh, maybe I could decide a new historical manga, or even a video game. Don't get your hopes up. There's one last thing I wanted to settle here. It's clear Khan has lost the respect she earned as vice president of the club. Although we don't have the power to remove her title, we can still make our own decisions about who we look to for guidance. I would suggest Himiko lead us, at least until our president returns. Me? Yes, you're more than qualified. And you've proven yourself too. I saw how you handled your opponents in verbal combat. We're all willing to follow you, so accept our proposal and run the Shinogi Chess Club with all of us as your advisors. BRB and starring Club Monarchy. Well, given this is a chess-adjacent game, that would actually be extremely appropriate. Kaido, that's a lot of responsibility, but it's exactly the position I need to be in. I'll do it, but this is no dictatorship. I want all of you to come to your own conclusions about how we function and decide for yourselves what we do. Shinogi chess culture will live on through each of you. This club is meant to be a space for everyone to bond over the game. So go out and represent our club to the best of your ability. Use your skill to make the world a better place and fight against those that would do it harm. Excellent. Now who's up for some food? I am, but there's no way I'm paying for the feast I require.
He'll pitch in, but only if Yasu avoids those burritos.
Where's my burrito? How can we decide who's paying over a friendly game of Shinogi chess? I think I've been betting enough this week. And then it's on me. Consider a promotion party. Incredible. Come on, honorary president. You gotta witness this feast. I'll be out shortly. There's just one more thing I need to check. Suit yourself, but Himiko. You've earned a bit of a rest today. That's for sure. Be quick, okay? Or are we gonna check on Yui? Please be okay, Yui. Shinogi chess is more than a game. More than just a game. The past few weeks, I've seen people sacrifice everything over their ideas for a better future. At the heart of it all, I even sacrificed my own sanity. I'm not going to look back. I won't have any regrets. Yet there's still questions I don't have answers to. Just what is this power I wield? Why am I the one that's able to use it? I'm still going to stick to my theory that it's inherited to her mother, and her mother has the same power. And that's also how the Typhoon Initiative knows about it, because she was using it while with them. On that subject, why did the Typhoon Initiative know that I might have it? Why did my mom abandon the initiative? And where is she now? At the very least, I know where everything stands now, and there are still goals I need to reach. Yui, you're okay! Yui, seems like Akawa just finished the repairs. Luckily, she doesn't seem to hold a grudge for what we did. I've made a lot of friends along the way. They trust me. But that won't make me think twice about abusing their hope. They see me as their leader now, exactly as I planned. All that's left is a nudge in the right direction, and my power of this school will grow beyond measure. It'll be completely in my control. As for my mother, one thing will be helpful here. During all the commotion last night, I was able to snatch the data chip that Kana told me about. A message from Yuko Misaki. I might be able to decipher it. Yeah, I did get the sense that when Himiko was willing to destroy her companion drone Yui for the sake of furthering her goals, that was supposed to be representative that she'd be willing to sacrifice a friendship to move forward. As mentioned, I do like ambition in protagonists, but that kind of goes a little far. But yeah. This data might lead me straight to her. If it does, I need to make sure I'm absolutely ready. This won't be easy, but I don't see how this can happen any other way. I'm gonna find my mother, and then I'm going to kill her. This was not information we were given before. I mean, she said she wanted to find her mother and get answers about leaving her, but she never mentioned intent for murder. I have high hopes for what happens next. I wonder if there's going to be a decryption puzzle for the data chip. Maybe. Cryptography puzzles. I know there's a few in the Zero Escape series kind of like that, and I like those. I guess we'll see. Ever since I played that first match, I felt like I'm finally becoming who I was meant to be. Whether or not people just start to see me for who I truly am, it doesn't matter that much anymore. Something keeps calling out to me from beyond these walls. The same words keep coming back to my mind, though I've never spoken them before. I think this must be the lesson my mother has been trying to teach me all these years. That idea has overtaken my mind. The answers don't matter, just the question. The truth doesn't matter, just the perception. The history doesn't matter, just the memory. My ambition was born at the school, crafted by the situation set in motion by the people I hate the most. But it was by my hand I carved my own destiny. It should be no surprise that I'm just as determined to stay on this path, until I've conquered every enemy that stands in my way. If I stand any chance at making them pay for what they did, then I need someone who can hide in the front lines with a kind-hearted persona. That's the only way I'll be able to seize control of this prefecture and confront those that would get in my way. For this to work, I need someone who works within the confines of the Himiko Masaki that represented the world. That person is me. Both of myselves have been preparing for this pivotal moment. Yet what'll become once my journey is over becomes a complete mystery.
So the only question I can ask myself is, will I be able to take this one step further?
Initiative. Ah, that's the end. It's a bit of a to be continued, but I will say it did at least feel a bit more satisfying. It did feel satisfying for the story in which it presented here, at the very least. At the end of the day, we were trying to figure out the truth behind the chess club, the school, and we did answer all of those, as well as finally get a complete picture of Himiko's entire goals. And the fact they refer to them themselves, ah dang, that was going to go a bit longer. Honestly, so did I. I wasn't expecting a cliffhanger ending, but at least this doesn't... But yeah, it feels like it kind of just, it feels less like an ending and more like it just kind of stops. I guess I should have figured something was up when it said I got an achievement it said the expert achievement, which is win all games on normal mode or higher. I like the characters here. Kana, I genuinely wasn't expecting to be one of the mastermind behind the thing. She genuinely tricked me. It could be that I was wanting to trust our little, our chess club / mystery solving gang, so I didn't even consider it. Yasu is funny, and Yasu also makes me remember to hydrate, which a good streamer should. Tom, that seems like an oddly kick-ass name. Well, I will say the writing in this game was quite good. I got a pretty good impression about the characters here, and like I said, the main story itself was good, at least for the focus it had, that being on the corruption within the school and system, and introducing to the world, greater world at large, which I'm guessing is going to be expanded upon in later games. It does feel a bit awkward how it just kind of stops in the middle of that, but I guess the encryption and everything's going to have to be a lot later. I am genuinely... to all those who keep on projects, and well wishes. So, we're playing. Well, this was a genuinely fun game. I should probably go through some of the other characters. I did like playing the game through Himiko's shoes, and interesting. It's actually an interesting dynamic. Usually when a character on their dark side are in a story, they have a lot more conflict, but here it seemed like they were mostly on the same page. They mostly disagreed on how far they were going. I think it might be this. It's the O in Thomas, pretty similar to the A in the name. Maybe reading too much into it. Oh, don't worry, Gravity. I absolutely overthink stuff all the time, so you are, I am in no position to be judging anyone for overthinking stuff. I very much miss the forest for the trees, which is also how I lost the games here. Oh yeah, I did also like Satomi. I thought she was just going to be a side character like Yasu, but she actually ended up being a lot more significant than I thought. Maybe she can save Himiko from her dark side. Knows. Alright, Yui, you might as well give this a try. Ah, maybe we will be decrypting it in the end. Alright, the data chip I acquired from Khan is compatible with Yui's input circuits. With any luck, I'll be able to get Yui to show me the data on this thing. Decryption key found in the database. Continue. Huh? Yui had the key for deciphering the encrypted data? No, it can't be. I've had Yui since I was little. My mother must have modified her data archives in the year. Oh my, that means when Himiko smashed her, she risked losing the ability to open the data forever. Indeed, that's a major risk you take when you sacrifice someone for what you may think is the greater good. Indeed, had she not... She considered Yui a worthy sacrifice, but had Yui truly not been recovered, she'd never be able to unlock this data archive. And indeed, should she betray her friends, she could absolutely lose them in the same way. She could lose something more important in the long run. Continue, Yui. Yuko left this message for Kana when the time was right. She must have assumed I'd meet her at some point, and I'd still keep Yui around. Is it just a coincidence, or did my mother count on all this happening? Replaying. Message. My name is Yuka Masaki. When I founded the Typhoon Initiative in 2075, I had high hopes for its success. It must be 2095 then, because they said she founded it 20 years ago. Every day I would devote myself to the cause. We amassed an army of capable fighters and revolutionaries to fight our war. We rallied behind a single idea, to stop the spread of Shinogi Chess. It seemed clear to us this game was like a virus, feeding off the poor and innocent. Gambling, corruption had become widespread. Our city turned its back on democracy and left up to a disgusting test of skill. As expected, to create a snowball effect, causing more corporations to embrace this power and abuse the systems we put in place to save our economy. We fought back, but about 4 years into our conquest, something changed. I had a child. I named her Himiko. Suddenly I had 2 roles. I needed to be a mother by day and a resistance leader by night. My time was often split between my responsibility as a parent and my duty as a prime commander. It was difficult managing my time like that. I wasn't a very good mom, but you forgive me, right, Himiko? I hope you're listening right now. I know you must have become a brilliant and talented young woman. I made this message because I want you to succeed where I failed. This organization, I've been running it for quite some time. Should this data chip fall in your hands, it means I'm either dead or have found an opportunity to start a new life. I feel as though I haven't treated you well. I hadn't treated your father well, either. I never told you about him, but I'm afraid I didn't know him very well. Not as well as Kana did. She told me all about him. Starting to see where Himiko is going with not liking her mother very much. I mean, I can understand Himiko not knowing her father since he was... since apparently he's been gone for quite some time. And since she was likely very young when that happened, it makes sense Himiko wouldn't remember him very well, but Yuko should know him better than that if we're blunt. He died some time ago, killed by his own colleagues during one of our demonstrations. My father died during a demonstration? I was devastated. Family seemed so happy together, but his daughter... I raised Kana like one of my own. He meant, I completely misread that. I thought she was referring to Himiko's father, not Kana's father. Choose my joint hope. So Kana's basically Himiko's adopted sister. That makes the final boss, for lack of a better term, final boss match so much more poetic then, since it's basically against the sisters. Can't be. Kana and I share the same father? Oh! So I did get it right. I just completely misinterpreted it in the end. Well, I'm a goof. But yeah, that does mean they're still half-sisters. I felt immense guilt. Well, immense guilt treating her better than I treated you, Himiko. That's why I've had so many expectations. I want you to find your own purpose in my life's work. Things will be better now. I'm confident you can become just as skilled as Kana. Your father was the brightest man I've ever known. All that's left is to unlock that potential. You can be our most valued warrior. You'll see soon enough, even if you don't understand it first. So if this message has been given to you, if you've kept Yui around to listen to it, then it'll be in your hands now. I'm trusting you and your sister to lead the Typhoon Initiative. I anticipate both of you can work together to make this world a better place. Miko, you're my hope now. You can cure the disease that's plagued this world to chaos. I love you, and I'll be waiting for you to find me on the branches of Eden. Your story will be the key to our final proposition. Find your place and lead us to freedom. Interesting. Mom, this is what you planned for me. I can't accept this. I won't work with Kana, no matter who she is to me.
Yuka Masaki. I'll find you. but I'm not your hope. And I never will be.
Himiko's journey will continue. Achievement unlocked. The champion. Complete the game. Oh. Thought I saw her. That wasn't too long of a game, but it was a short and sweet. A bit of a sudden ending, we'll say, but well, it was pretty good for me. I like mystery and intrigue, and I like chess, so this was right up my alley. Once again, I would like to thank the developer Raw Productions for providing me with a copy of this, and I wasn't told to say anything, but I guess it would be good for me to mention that this game is currently available on Steam and coming soon on Epic Game Store. Probably already out by now at this point, but I'd have to check, and I don't have Epic Games, so we'll find out. I can't confirm it. Oops. I am a very professional streamer, as you can see. But yeah. Alright. I'll go ahead. I guess I can go ahead and raid someone. Let's see. Looks like I got someone I can raid here, so should be able to. We'll go ahead and finish off by raiding. Looks like Dice Wolf's currently doing Far Cry Primal. Alrighty then, I'll go ahead and input that real quick. Alright, be sure to give love after the next streamer after the raid. And until next time, thank you for watching, hope you had a good time, and I'll see you later.